Hey, crafty cuties! It's been a while since I've done a live video where I could just actually sit and chat. So I'm really excited to be here today, and I actually have some other things I want to talk to you guys about, which I'm going to probably do a live video late this evening, just talking about September custom orders and, you know, stuff like that. And if you're curious, I haven't left for vacation yet. Some people were like, aren't you supposed to be resting? But I mean, typically people don't rest until they're at vacation. Yeah, I couldn't really take like 2 weeks off. So, hello. So I am still here working, and I am going to share this junk journal with you guys. This is already taken. This is Amelia's, and she custom ordered this a few weeks ago, actually. So yeah, I'm really excited to share it with you, and I'm really excited that I'm able to send it to her before I go. Hi, Julie. Hello, Sandy. Hey, I'm gonna be really close to you tomorrow. Woohoo! Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. And yes, I just listed a book, actually. This is like a very antique book from 1899, and there's a whole story that comes along with this one, and I did film a full flip through, but it'll be up, it's uploading. It's going to be up in like a few hours, but it's up on my channel, or on my Etsy page, just so you know. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Catherine. And yes, Sandy, tomorrow. We are leaving tomorrow, and then we don't get on the cruise ship until the next day. So we'll be, yeah, I think it's Long Beach. I don't remember. Anyways, so I've done another junk journal that had a very similar cover, and Amelia definitely was hoping to get a very similar junk journal. So yeah, let's see here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here is a little charm, and there is a key and some beads, and this says noted. I just wanted it to kind of look like a student handbook on the outside, so, you know, I thought that was fitting. I am loving these little bells down here. Someone asked what these pins were called, and they are called bulb pins, I believe. That's what I've seen them. So for the closure, very simple. Just a couple clips here with a Tim Holtz chain. I thought it just kind of, you know, added to the vintage look. And then there's lots of clips on top, lots of usual strings and thread. Hi! Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start flipping through, and if you're just hopping on, I'm just doing a flip through here. Okay, so on the inside, I sewed on this big pocket, and I thought that this eyelet fabric, is that what it's called, was fitting for vintage. And there's a vintage poem in here, and I made, let me move the charm so it can lay flat. And I made this little journal, and I loved this, the photographic album. I thought it would be a really great spot. It's just white paper inside, but I thought it would be such a great spot if she has some small photos or something, or it could be used as a journal, whatever. I did lots of collages in this one, and so here is like a vintage little flower with a double pocket, tags, and another tag. This is actually like a card, a vintage card, and I just made it into a tag. So let's see, I'm trying to get this at a good angle here. And so this is some vintage music paper. I don't have a tutorial. I literally ripped 3 circles out of book pages, 3 circles, and you can see I don't do them like actual circles. I literally tear out as close to a circle as I can get, one that's smaller than the other, and then I use a little dot of hot glue in between each layer. I use brown ink to ink up the edges, and I hot glue on a button. Sometimes I'll sew on the button though. It just depends. So yeah, you can do it so easy. And hello. Okay, so then we have, yeah, vintage music paper with a little pouch here. This is a wax dipped, which is not really dipped, little card, and this is from TsunamiRose, and I did a tutorial on the waxing So then there is a little layered card, and this is homemade paper. You can see there is some really pretty, like a leaf or something in there. And there's a couple of the tags throughout, and thanks to Lori for this paper. I was watching homemade paper tutorials all morning trying to figure out how to do it, and I can't wait to come home from vacation and make homemade paper. Oh, you guys. This is a little pocket that I sewed on. This is a vintage linen piece from Johanna Clough's Etsy page, Little Bindy. Oh, you got your tassel today. I got messages from a few people saying that they received their stuff, so I'm so excited. Little tag spot here, manila envelope, and there are quite a few actual vintage pages throughout, and this is from like a magazine from the 1950s. That folds down. And I thought that these pages were so cool. I love these pages. Little map page inside this plastic pocket, ledger paper, some more collaging here with a vintage poem, and this is a double pocket. A little belly band with an envelope and some goodies inside there. And I tried to fill this with some things that she could use, like even on a different project, or she can use it in here, of course, but a little pack this check-off sheet kind of thing. This is from Lori, and I thought it was kind of cool, so I use it as a tuck spot on this side with a vintage, what is this, a check or like a letter? The other side of that plastic, and some ephemera from TsunamiRose in this pocket. I did stamping in here, of course, and coffee dyed paper. Can you guys see this okay? A little vintage memory decks card. Yeah, my brain's not quite here. Some vintage people from Tim Holtz. Okay, my mom came up with this idea, or, well, she probably didn't come up with it, but she showed it to me, and it's like a waterfall, but it's like, they're like this. You guys see that? If you guys remember, my mom and aunt came over to my little journal class, and they've still been decorating all of their pages, and I took some photos yesterday because my mom's is a wedding junk journal, and oh my gosh, you guys, she has to give it away as a gift today. I wanted to do a video on it so bad. I think that you guys would have loved it. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I was literally writing down and taking pictures of ideas that I wanted to take from her, and I was like, Mom, you should try making one and like selling it. And yeah, she said that she's like, maybe she's in love with it, but I wish I could share it with you guys. So stamping. Oh, sorry, I missed a oh, that you love the Tim Holtz people. So I haven't really quite figured out how to use them yet. Here's another one of these homemade paper tags. But I do like them in this book. There's some cool trim. I haven't really quite figured out how to use them unless it's like a vintage book. Then I feel like they're fitting. This is some paper from, you know when you get donuts or something from the bakery? I grabbed a few pieces of this because it's crinkly and it sounds so cool. Map paper. I did some stamping and embossing on this vellum flap that's sewn on. This is vintage pattern paper stamping. I adhered a little envelope here. I made a couple envelopes like this out of vintage music paper. And I have some extra goodies for her too. A very vintage addition card. This is a really cool vintage looking envelope and another little collage. I was having a lot of fun making the collages in here because I wanted to try something different because she has, she's received, gosh, is it 5? I think maybe 5 journals from me. So there's a little pocket here. This is from TsunamiRose. So I wanted to try to make this one a little bit different, and I don't always do a lot of these collages, but I love them, and I think they're just a fun little detail to add. More poems. That's another thing that I did for this one. So I had a lot of fun making this. Here's the other side of these little waterfalls, and just pretty much the same thing going on in this section here. I put a little map page of Oregon just clipped on because that's where I'm from, and I thought it was kind of fun. She can take it out though. A vintage bag here, more vintage book pages from the magazine, and this is like an order form. And I thought that, yeah, look, you could have got 3 years for $10, 1 year for $4. I don't remember what year this is from. It must not be too old because I feel like that's not much. Yeah, it's so hard to remember. Oh, 1953. So, I don't know. I did some stamping on this vellum. A little tuck spot here with some vintage playing cards. This is a ledger paper that folds out. And yeah, another little pocket out of a map page. And whoops. There we go. So, oh, and this is the other side of that vintage page. And then I made a couple layered tags, and this has like a pocket so she could put a photo or something in there. And these are tuck spots out of the vintage linens kit, again from Little Bindy. So once this video gets up, the year you were born is 1953. Isn't that funny when people like call things vintage then? Because I actually hear people say that things from like 1983 are vintage. Or not that specific year, but the 80s. And I'm born in the 80s, and I'm always like, oh my goodness. Yeah, you know what, Kay? My husband told me, and I can't remember, but I feel like it's like only like 20 years or something. No, I can't remember. Maybe someone in here would know how many years something needs to be vintage. It's not a ton though. So. And sometimes when I'm saying vintage, I'm using that term lightly because earlier when I was saying, oh, this is a vintage order form, I didn't know off the top of my head, you know, what year it was. So anyways, there's a little music tag. So I do use the term lightly, and maybe I should be more careful. Sometimes, you know, a lot of the stuff is vintage inspired. Okay, that's right. On Etsy, it is 20 years. That's probably where I got that from, or my husband told me. And a little library card. So, there we go, guys. And like I was mentioning, one sec, sorry. Yeah, I think, oh, I thought vintage was 40. I don't know. Yeah, I think on Etsy it's 20 years, but again, that's just for selling stuff and calling it vintage. Okay, antique has to be 50. This is good, your antique. Or classic, that's another good word. Yeah. So, I hope that she loves this. I'm going to get it sent out tomorrow. I thought it was going to go out today, but it'll go out tomorrow on Saturday, so before I leave. Oh, you did a sideways waterfall, and you called it a water slide? That's so cute. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know where it is, but I don't know why I never thought to do that. It's so simple, yet it's so cute. And I had punched some eyelets into this, and then I tied some string through it too. So, thank you. And if you were just hopping on, I was mentioning that I listed this junk journal in my shop. And I want to go through and show you guys, but I filmed a video that was not live, so that will be up on my channel in a couple hours. Oh, hi, Lori. I just got done flipping through this, and there's actually lots of stuff in here that is things from you. Yeah, so I have got to get going. I have laundry to do and things like that. And yeah, I will definitely start relaxing tomorrow. But don't be fooled, guys, because I have videos scheduled for when I'm gone. I'm pretty sure I have a video scheduled for every day of my vacation. Maybe that's silly to people, but you know, this is my job. And so I do have to, I take it serious. I take it serious just like my actual job. And so I got to get my work done before I go. But that's already up. That's already been filmed for a while. You may notice some of it's going to be like, wait, how is she buying stuff for her journal release when she already had her journal release? Because, you know, I pre-filmed. And I pre-film a lot. But I do have some fun videos for you guys, and I'm excited for you to have those when I'm gone. And yeah, I said I wanted to also talk about September custom order spots, and so if I have extra time tonight, I'm going to do a super late chatty live video, and I'll go over that. I mean, I honestly don't have much to do at this point. We are already pretty packed, and yeah. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. And oh, I don't feel like I spoil you, but that's so nice to hear. I genuinely, I mean, you guys know, I love making videos for you guys, and I love that you guys look forward to them and whatnot. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.